ובצהלה תוך אמוני העם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה
You shall love Adonai with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might. Take to heart these commandments I give you this day. Remember and tell all your children to live by my way. Speak of them when you're home, when you're on your way, when you lie down and get up and go about your day, as a sign on your hand and upon your head. On the side of your doorposts, my commandments may always be read. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malachuto Leolam Vaed. Please remember, observe all these words that I've said, to live and be holy for years straight ahead. For I am your God, out of Egypt I led. Be holy, be righteous, remember the words that I've said. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malachuto Leolam Vaed. You shall love Adonai with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might. Take to heart these instructions I give you this day. Remember and tell all your children to live, oh, to live and remember my ways.
around your town. Every single age is represented all around. You see them everywhere, every street, avenue, or boulevard. Anywhere, any beach, any park, or any yard.
The Dorvador for generations and generations and the Dorvador, Vador.
Ecclesiastes said one generation goes and another generation arrives. He got it wrong. For years we all live side by side.
Can you lean on those who arrived here before? Can you learn from those you remember being born?
Can you see that we are all together evermore?
The Dorvador for generations and generations and the Dorvador, Vador, Vador. The Dorvador for generations and generations and the Dorvador, Vador, Vador. The Dorvador for generations and generations and the Dorvador, Vador, Vador.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to, this is called Simply Shabbat Unplugged. It's not quite Shabbat Unplugged because as you see, it's just Rabbi Albin and myself up here. We don't have our drum, we don't have our clarinet, so I expect you're going to sing the clarinet part, okay? And if we have any beatboxers here, you can do that as well. But I think what it does is it forces us to look at what really is Shabbat Unplugged, right? We've been doing this service for 20-something years. It's much more about kind of singing together, the flow of the service, taking moments to meditate, and to reflect on our week and to come into Shabbat in peace. So we're going to sing a lot, and we'll repeat the melodies. So once you kind of feel like you have the melody, just please join in. It always sounds better when we're all singing together. Let's start on page 10. And we're just going to sing how we're happy to be together. It's on the top of the page. Hinei ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Let's try that again. Ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. This is my first Shabbat Unplugged, my first Shabbat Simply Unplugged for sure. And it is really, really nice to see all of you, to see some new faces. It's a really big weekend for a lot of people as the summer is coming to a close. Tonight, I'm going to invite up the whole Aaron family to light our Shabbat candles. It's really special that they're all together for this Labor Day weekend Shabbat, the end of summer Shabbat. So I'm going to invite Michelle and Seela and Adina and Jack and Deborah up to our center of our bima here. And of course, Rabbi Aaron is up here with them. We're going to light our candles. Our candle blessings are on page 2 and 3.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kineshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat Shalom.
We turn now to page 24 for Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharetz. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Elyon. Bimelech, Malchi Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Bimelech, Malchi Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Boechem L'Shalom, Malachi HaShalom. Boechem L'Shalom, Malachi Elyon. Mimelech, Malchi Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Mimelech, Malchi Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch L'Shalom, Malachi HaShalom. Baruch L'Shalom, Malachi Elyon. Mimelech, Malchi Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Mimelech, Malchi Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. צאתכם, צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, קדוש ברוך הוא, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, יא לה לה, יא לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, 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 הקדוש ברוך הוא.
All right, how many of you caught the blue moon this week, right?
Blue moon.
Oh, yeah, the blue moon. Well, that moon signaled that we were right in the middle of the Hebrew month of Elul. Now, for many of you, that may not mean a whole lot. For rabbis, it means a whole lot as we're getting ready for the high holidays, which are coming up really, really soon. The Hebrew month of Elul, we have a passage in Talmud that teaches us that the word Elul is actually an acronym for Ani Ledodi V'Dodi Li. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine, right? Now, if we're thinking of Elul in terms of that meaning that Ani Ledodi V'Dodi Li, it comes from Song of Songs. If we're thinking of Elul in terms of that meaning, then we learn that this month leading up to the holy days is all about relationships, all about our relationship to all of the beloveds in our lives. And beloveds, it can mean a romantic partner, as it maybe does in Song of Songs, but it could also mean our friends, our family members, our children, our parents, anyone in our life who we have love toward. But what about our love to ourselves? Elul should also be all about the relationship we are sharing with our own heart, with our own soul. Because if you're not doing that soul-searching work of asking yourself what you've done in the year past and what you hope to maybe think deeply about and accomplish in the year ahead, then you're not doing the whole complete work of Elul and what that month is supposed to bring. We're going to take a moment now for our Hazarat HaShavua, this moment of reflection, of silent reflection in our service. And as we're doing that, I invite you to think on that Elul, that Ani Ledodi V'Dodi Li, and what does it mean to have a beloved in yourself? What soul-searching work do you need to do during this second half of Elul to ready yourself for the high holiday season? We'll take a moment now. We'll turn now to Lachado D, page 20.
לך דודי, לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. Verse 5. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עליו נכבדה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. Let's rise and face the entrance as we welcome the Sabbath bride. You never knew who that Sabbath bride will be. בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. Page 28, we turn towards the ark as we get to the main portion of our prayers, the Shema and her blessings. We come together. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. You may be seated, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. We work our way towards the Shema now. Let's just start with a nigun, a song without words, just to kind of clear our minds. La, da, da, da. Just repeat that. Ya, da, 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 da. Ya, da, that's the whole thing. We can sing it all together. You can repeat if you want. La, da, 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 ya, da. There's a reading on page 29, I think speaks to a lot of us. There's moments when we feel like we know what's going on inside of us. God seems close. And then there's other times where it feels like there's no connection at all. And I think this poem on page 29 really speaks to that. Oh God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and the warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release the darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. Page 35 and 36 is the Shema. Or 34 and 35, something in there. 6 words, the tradition is to close our eyes to say it. This is that moment in the service where we've kind of brought ourselves in. We've just started to get inside, and then comes this prayer, which ties us to everything. It ties us to the person next to us. It ties us to this room, to this space, to this state. It ties us to the universe, if we allow it. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malch. Amen. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Let's go to page 40. Once we acknowledge that we're tied together, there is a sense of freedom that can come over us. And so let's sing of that freedom on page 40. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehadar b'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehadar b'kodesh.
Welcome Shabbat. The sun is setting and the stars are coming up. That moon that's reminding us of the passage of time is coming up. And the darkness can be scary. It can be really frightening. We don't know what's out there, right? Not being able to see very far ahead of our eyes. But our tradition reminds us that perhaps there is this canopy of safety, this canopy of love that can spread over all of us and protect us from everything that's scary, everything that has us down. And we can just bask in that safety. And when we are reminded of it, we may not feel so frightened of what's coming. We'll sing Ufros Aleinu together.
42, third line. section at the bottom. Ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu lechaim shalom meta ve'adonai ufros aleinu sukkot shumecha ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha.
So beautiful to hear all of our voices singing together. The music sounds really different when we're in a circle and all of our voices are going toward the same place. We're going to harness the power that we have in this space now to send it to those in our lives who are in need of healing. Perhaps they're in need of healing of the physical body. They're in need of healing of their soul, or perhaps their mind. We're going to sing Mishaberach together, and in the middle we'll have an opportunity. You can rise and say the name of someone you want to send thoughts of healing to, and we'll also name those in our community who we're thinking about.
Page 253. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say,
Michelle Abraham, Ida Akiba, Sylvia Alberts, Charles Ehrenberg, Sandra Ehrenberg, Grace Blaustein, Jeffrey Breyer, Marlene Breyer, Jill Kahn, Eitan Chaim, David Childs, Annie Childs, Jay Clement, Iris Cutler, Beatrice Feldman White, Paige Feldman, Judy Fenton, Marcos Garcia, Patty Goodman, Andy Hale, Helene Hale, Sis Klein, Valerie Kolarik, Cookie Lifshin, Kathleen Agnes McCarthy, Sheila Merowitz, Kathy Murray, David Pick, Howard Rosen, Dorothy Salkin, Peter Schifrin, Lindy Sobel, Mabube Suleimani, Bill Terry, Phyllis Torse, Irving Valesinor, Harav Harona Bat Sivia Vayosef, Helena Wachtell, Paula Warner, Sonia Ann Weggy, Michael Wolin, Andy Wu, Yehudit Bat Nechama Mordechai, and Howard Zellico. Now, if you want to add a name to that list, I'll invite you to rise and just say that name out loud to all of us.
healing with refuah shlema. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Adonai, Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Agi, Yilatecha. My God, open up my lips, fill my heart, let me sing your praises. My God, open up my lips, fill my heart, let me sing your praises. Adonai, Sefatai Tiftach, open, fill my heart, sing your praises.
Page 60.
Let's end our Amidah with something that I hope we all wish for, and that is peace, wholeness, completeness. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata melech Adon lechol hashalom. טסים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, טסים לעולם. טסים לעולם. טסים לעולם. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
While I was on vacation, that's like a line that all rabbis have to do in the middle of the summer. While I was on vacation, there were 4 days that I was totally off the grid. Pretty much off the grid. Looked at our phones every once in a while. My daughter and I drove back from Michigan, go blue, and went from Michigan to Los Angeles, total of, anyone know mileage? How many miles that is? 2,100 miles. 35 hours in the car with the cat. So it was about 35 hours of driving past town after town and water tower after water tower and cornfields and rivers and mountains and deserts and sunsets. It was what an incredibly large and varied country we have, just topographically. It's an amazing country. And I must say that we tried to be aware of our surroundings. We tried to really get into our experiences and the rain, the flat tire, the hours and hours of highway stretched over the horizon with great music and literally spiritual podcasts that we listened to as we went. And the fact is, you can't help but feel some kind of connection, a shared experience over 4 days that is uniquely ours and a part of our relationship forever. And imagine walking around the desert for 40 years with your family and friends and people you might not like. Literally like 2 million people. 2 million people walking around the desert for all of that time. And they're all living through miracles, right? You have the Sea of Reeds parting, and you have manna from heaven, and the clothes that were on their backs weren't wearing off, and their shoes weren't wearing, their sandals weren't wearing out. And literally, miracle after miracle, and incredible vista after incredible vista. And just a people experiencing this travel all together. So here we are, right at the end of that 40 years. And you'd think that they would have recognized everything that they saw. But according to the text this week, that literally is not what happened. For the Israelites, it's more like what happens to us when we're driving somewhere because we have to get to our destination. And that's when you're so concentrated on the destination, on what's going to happen wherever you get, that you don't pay attention, actually, to what is happening at this very moment. Listen to this. Deuteronomy, verse 29, chapter 29, verse 1. I know you're going to look this up after. It says, quote, Moses summoned all the Israelites and said to them, imagine what you're going to read here. Really, this is going to be crazy. You have seen all that Adonai did before your eyes in the land of Egypt, to Pharaoh and all of his courtiers, and to the whole country. The wondrous feats that you saw with your own eyes, those prodigious signs and marvels. Yet, to this day, Adonai has not given you a heart to know. That could be translated as mind to understand. or eyes to see, or ears to hear. How's that possible? How is it possible that they went 40 years in the desert and they didn't see, hear, or understand anything they were going through? Why would God take away or not give us the ability to see or hear and understand what's happening? Rabbi Michael Barclay, actually from Westlake Village, he offers a teaching from the 13th century mystic Rumi, who taught, quote, "Mysteries are not meant to be solved. The eye goes blind when it only wants to see why." In this way, we learn that it's not about seeking understanding of why something is happening, but appreciating what we see and what we hear. And that understanding can strengthen our relationship with the divine through the experience itself, but only if we actually notice the experience that we're feeling. This is especially important right now. This was mentioned, your introduction at the beginning was perfect for this. Because during the month of Elul, as we prepare for the High Holy Days, we start to think about what we saw, what we heard, and what we understood over this past year. And this Torah portion always comes at this time of the year, during the month of Elul. Really, it feels to me, whenever I read this every year, it just shouts out at me, this is what I've got to do over the next several weeks. Rabbi Barclay continues, quote, "All year, we easily forget what is important. We get caught up in our physical experience. What we see or hear actually distracts us, keeping us in a cycle of concern only about physical needs or our own personal passions. Mortgages, schools, finances, things like that, that's what we focus on. We pay attention to distractions that we see rather than remembering that sight itself is miraculous. We focus on the music instead of the fact that it's remarkable that a human being can actually make music. This passage I read reminds us to step back for a moment to reevaluate our lives and remember the purpose of our souls. He continues, Cheshbon HaNefesh. Cheshbon HaNefesh is what we do right now, Jack. We look at what's inside of us. And it's an accounting of the soul, and it's this process we are to utilize during this time so that we can look at our life's practices and values, and we must not be distracted by the glitter and the sounds, but instead focus on deeper desires that are inside of our soul. End quote. Now, lest we think that God's going to do this accounting for us. After all, the verse does say that God did not give us the eyes to see and the ears to hear and the mind to understand. So that we might wait for God to put this inside of us. Rabbi Elimelech Bar Shaul writes something else, says, a person can see wondrous things, true revelations, and yet paradoxically not see them. The blessed Almighty gives the person eyes to see and ears to hear and a heart to understand, but it is the person who must choose to see and to hear and to understand. It is us who must open our eyes to see, even if they can't see unless our hearts open as well. Now's that time to open up our hearts, to begin to understand the fullness of our journey this year. From last September, if you can remember that far back, to now. Now's that moment when that year is revealed to us, at the end of the year, at the end of our life's experience, just like the Israelites are at the end of their 40-year experience in the desert. So the questions we can ask ourselves, I think, based upon our teaching are, what did I see this year that helped me see the beauty or ugliness in the world differently? What did I hear this year that inspired me or defeated me? And lastly, what does my heart and mind understand about myself that had been hidden from me until now? I think those are the three questions we can ask ourselves in the next couple of weeks. May we all have the inner power to answer these questions honestly. And may we gain strength inside of us based on those questions and based on those answers. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Let's go to conclude our service on 282. We're at Aleinu. Whoops. Please rise. You know, I'm going to do the other one.
Okay.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ויוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת זו בגובה מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים מודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו You may be seated for a moment. So let's turn to page 294 and Kaddish Yatom. Before we say Kaddish Yatom, we want to remember the members of our congregation and their families who are observing Shloshim, the first 30 days after the death of a loved one. We remember Sheila McCallum, Richard Dickies, Alan Levy, Abe Sommer, Ricardo Weitz, and Gerald Trossler. We also recall those that have died at this season in years past. We especially remember Larry Ellenport, Leo Turkel, Jeffrey Stone, Diane Levin, Isaac Ferris Abraham, Saul Seth, and Bertram Barr. And I'd like to ask if there is anyone in the room who is either observing Shloshim or a yahrzeit or the death of a loved one, first year after the death of a loved one. If you please rise and let us know who you're here to say Kaddish for so we can take those names into our hearts. Even if I've already said a name, would be nice to hear it as well. So we take those names into our hearts. We say Kaddish Yatom with you as we all rise together. We say Kaddish for those that have no one to say it for them. We say Kaddish for those that were lost in the Holocaust, those that were lost in the last several years from COVID. We remember all of those that have died in the natural disasters that have happened over the last several weeks, and we remember all of those that have died from violence in recent times as we say Kaddish Yatom together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקדושה בריחו, לעילם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to the whole world, to which we say amen. You may be seated.
We do. Before we get to our closing song, we have a bunch of announcements. I think they're going to come up on our screen. Okay. Elul classes. We already had our first one on August 29th, but this upcoming Tuesday, September 5th, 7 p.m., I will be teaching our second Elul class. It's going to be a discussion, maybe a little art space, but all about thinking about how you can prepare, really, the questions we've talked about tonight, your soul for the High Holy Days. So please join us. It's either in person or virtual. Please join me. I want to have a full class. Also, religious school is starting so soon. Next week is our first day of religious school. If you know little children who are not yet registered, please have them register. Anyone can talk to me about our religious school program. We had our teacher orientation this past week, and all of our teachers and myself, we are all fired up for a wonderful year. September 10th, 9 a.m. is our first day, so please register for that. Bim Bam Family Jam. We have many upcoming days throughout the year. It's a lot of fun. It's for families with children ages 2 and under, music and instruments and merrymaking. So please register for that. And we hope to see all of our littlest children there.
It's like a Shabbat parent and me.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Slichot under the stars. Saturday, September 9th, our temple is joining with Stephen Wise and Temple Isaiah for a night of Slichot. We're going to do learning sessions. I'll be teaching one of them, and clergy throughout all of these different temples will be teaching them, starting at 7, I believe. It starts at 6:45, 7 the classes start, and then following that we have a Slichot service, which will be really beautiful, and all of your clergy will be a part of that. So please.
But this
join
is
us.
at Stephen S. Wise up on the
at
hill.
Stephen
It's not going to
Wise.
be here. It's going to be at Wise Temple.
Ta-da! The high holidays are coming up. Friday, September 15th is Erev Rosh Hashanah. As you can see, our theme for the year is kindness, chesed in Hebrew. So all of your clergy are going to be speaking in some relation to kindness. We're working really hard. We have our kindness, our debut of our song coming out really, really soon. And please join us for all of the holidays. You can go onto our temple website, find the whole schedule. We have services for all ages, both here. We're going to be doing a children's service off-site, Tashlich, all of it. Please join us. And you can contribute to the Book of Memory to honor those who you want to remember this high holiday season. Please do so.
The last thing is 1 second. Is there anyone here that's here for the first time? We'd love to meet you, and you can introduce. I like also where are you from, because then we can have a contest to see who's from farthest away. So would you like to start? Wait, you know what? Let's give you a mic so we can hear. This is a big room.
Hi, my name is Bob Bleckman, and I just moved here from the Bay Area, from Marin County, and we moved here in February.
Hi, I'm Larry Bass, originally from Chicago.
Pretty good. Well, I think that's farther away. That's farther, yeah. We had a hand over here. Sir.
Hi, I'm Abe Beerbreyer. I'm from New York City.
Oh. You don't want to. You don't want to speak.
Hi, I'm Jared Exter, and we just moved from Boston.
Hi, I'm Eunice.
Where in Boston?
In the city, Beacon Hill.
I went to Emerson. I lived on Beacon in Berkeley, right there. Right on Charles. Oh, she's moving there tomorrow, actually, to Cambridge. Anyone over here? Yep. Oh, hi.
I'm Autumn Edwards. I'm visiting from Anchorage, Alaska.
Thank you, Autumn. She wins. Anchorage, Alaska. From Anchorage, Alaska. That's really far. Welcome. All right. We have. Oh. Would you like to introduce?
I'll introduce them. These are my parents, Rick and Rhonda. They're visiting from St. Louis, which is not as far as Chicago or Boston or Anchorage.
Yeah, but it's pretty far anyway. It's pretty good. Who are you?
Oh, I've been here before.
So what? No, man, so you can
I'm
still-
Rabbi Albin's husband.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah. Rabbi Albin's husband. And I...
Do you have a name?
He's like
Oh,
resigned to that.
That is my name.
That's your name?
Daniel Friedman. I'm also a rabbi.
Some years ago we had Richard Siegel, may he rest in peace, was talking about, what's the name that you give to a man that's married to a rabbi, right? Because a woman is traditionally called a rebbitzin, and he answered, lucky.
There you go. There you go.
Let's go to page 3. Oh, what do you need, Shel? Well, here's a mic, please.
I'm Lucky. I'm Rabbi Aaron's wife. And my name is Michelle. There's just 2 volunteer opportunities I want to make everybody aware of. Every Sunday, we host with 2 umbrella organizations a lunch drive. And people at home, you can make anywhere between 1 to 10 lunches. The information's on the website, but it's going, and we really need everybody's help right now, especially as the weather's changing and people are dropping out. So anyway, all the information's on the website, or you could reach me directly. As part of the High Holy Day appeal, we're adding a volunteer opportunity. So if you have coats or blankets to give away, now's the time to find them from your closets, find them, and we'll bring them here throughout the High Holy Days. It'll be listed on the website as well, and that will get immediately distributed to people in need. So
I think
thank
it was
you.
like lightly used, right? Like they
Yes,
didn't want,
correct,
yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay. Anyone? I don't know. I'm just gonna. Anyone else has an announcement? Anyone want to say anything? Tanazi, would you like to say something? She does. See? Oh.
I do membership at Temple Emmanuel if you need help with renewals, if you want to become a member of Temple Emmanuel. I do not like public speaking, but I am speaking to you right now. So come find me. I am lovely to talk to one-on-one. I'm very good at that, not this.
She's much better one-on-one
much,
than,
much
yeah.
better. But come find me. I'm happy to help you. The high holidays are great here. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanaz. All right, let's go to page 321. Please stand if you're comfortable with the person next to you putting their arm around you. We can do a little arm and swaying and stuff. This was the moment that children usually dance. So, Jack, you can do some dancing now if you want. All right, ready? Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'et nasa 321 b'chefzocho Azai melech Shimon nikra Ve'acharei Kichlot hakol Levado Yimloch nora Ve'hu אדונו למה שמלך בטרם כל יצר נברא לעת נשא וחצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה הוא יהיה בנפרע אדונו למה שמלך טרם כל יצר נברא לעת נשא וחצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה בתפארה והוא היה והוא הווה בתפארה בידו אפקיד רוחי ותישן והעירה בלימוכי רפייתי מנת כוסי ביום אקרא דונו למה שמלך בטרם כל יצר נברא לעת נשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה הוא יהיה בתפארה אדונו למה שמלך בטרם כל יצר נברא לעת נשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא הוא היה והוא הווה בתפארה הוא היה והוא הווה אדונו למה שמלך בטרם כל יצר נברא לעת נשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה בתפארה הוא היה והוא הווה בתפארה הוא היה והוא הווה בתפארה אדונו למה שמלך בטרם כל יצר נברא לעת נשא בחפצו כל אדון עולם שבת שלום שבת שלום שבת שלום שבת 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 שלום זהו